Our second speaker is Sam Davison. He's the VP of Finance of Teradici. Sam's a chartered accountant who's worked for a number of technology companies, a couple notable ones, Hot House Technologies and then Broadcom, which acquired Hot House. Let me just operate the slide stuff here. So the theme, as you can see, aim high and be persistent, and I think you have a presentation up here. Yeah, perfect. Is that the one? Yeah, there we are. Come on up.
Thanks. The title of the presentation wasn't based on my height, by the way. Just wanted to give you a bit of background on Teradici and how partnerships have helped us. So very, very briefly, Teradici was founded in late 2004. We first developed our PC over IP protocol in silicon, and we targeted a number of tier one customers. We were lucky to be able to win design wins with IBM and Dell for their Blade PC and remote workstation products. But we knew that in order to really grow the business, what we had to do was focus on a couple of longer-term goals, one being the desktop virtualization market, and another area that we really looked towards was to have our chips built right into monitors. So in September of 2008, we signed a partnership agreement with VMware, who is the largest server virtualization company in the world. And today, our PCOIP software ships with each version of VMware View, which is VMware's flagship desktop virtualization product. As a result of that partnership, we were able to sign a number of customers to develop PCOIP-enabled monitors. And the picture you have here is an example of a Samsung monitor. We have a number of other customers that are in design right now for monitors. And you can see the login screen there is actually the VMware View login screen, which has our PCOIP logo on it. So a couple of the themes of the presentation are really you have to aim high. So we're a small startup based in Burnaby, but our focus has always been on trying to find tier one partners and customers. So when we were looking at getting into desktop virtualization, the obvious choice for us was to target VMware because they were the market leader with more than 80% market share in the server virtualization market. And again, obviously what you're trying to do there is to leverage the sales and marketing channels of that partner. The consequence of aiming high is that you have to be extremely persistent. So although we signed a deal in September 2008, we actually started talking to VMware in late 2005, and it took a lot of time to get the attention of the right people in the organization and also to build their confidence that we would be able to deliver a product. It's really important to involve all parts of your organization. It's not just the CEO or the marketing and business development people, but in our case, we had our CTO group, our engineering teams, and also our customer support people interacting with VMware as often as possible prior to signing our agreement. It's important to get support from numerous groups within the target organization. A lot of the times, technology companies just focus on the engineering teams and they try to get the project managers bought in, but it's really important to talk to also the sales and marketing people and those people who are responsible for selling the product. Our VP of Marketing has a great term. He talks about winning the hearts and minds of VMware's sales group, and that's something that we work on continually. Even though we've had this agreement for a couple of years, we really work hard to do that. Jeanette talked about the fact that you want to use your advisors, use your board, your investors. In our case, we were lucky. One of our independent directors had personal relationships with the founders of VMware, which helped get our introductions to the C-suite there. It's really important to know what's important for you and to really hold your ground on the key wins. And sometimes that's really hard to do when you're a small company and you're dealing with a company that's much, much larger. One of the examples for us, there's several things that we built into our agreement, but it was really important from a marketing point of view to have our PCOIP logo show up on the screen. So anytime anyone connects to VMware View, they see PCOIP and they have that thought in their mind. And another important thing related to partnerships and building that relationship is that one key partner can really lead to others. In our case, the fact that VMware showed faith in us and announced a product with us, that led a lot of other people to the door for us. And now we have a number of very large customers and other potential partners that are willing to do business with us because of the credibility that we got from delivering a product with VMware.